Good evening. Well, we've been talking about types of perches for your bird, and what I have is dowels for baby's cage. Now, I started wrapping them years ago. When I first got Sweet Pea, she had funky little feet. And because she had funky little feet, she didn't grip very well. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking the wrap off of this perch. So what I have been doing since I've had her is I take a regular perch like this and I wrap it with vet wrap. And I keep a good supply of it on hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my stash here. I just bought another one today. Yeah, I didn't have any. Guess I had them. What you're going to want to do is on the wide roll, which is like 2 inches, you're going to want to cut it into a strip. And a lot of people are like, oh, don't do that, don't do that. She doesn't bother it at all. So what you do is you start, here's the notch. You start right below the notch and wrap it all the way around once so that you got a nice tight end. And you wrap down. For some reason it gets real gummy on the perches. And you can't get that gummy off. And I've tried, believe me, I've tried. And you're gonna end up with a weird end like that. So what you're going to do with that weird end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same type of wrap. And this is the one that's kind of wobbly cut. Don't use this version. This version tends to be rather obnoxious and tends to fray real easy where the waffle doesn't. You're going to want to peel off a pretty good sized chunk and cut it with a scissor. And go back to the very end. Lay your thumb in the end. Lay it corner to corner at the cut ends. So you get a nice, even hopefully you get a nice, even wrap. So you end up with something like this. And then cut up the center. A good pair of sharp scissors. Now, if it's not end to end, you're going to end up with some funky spots, but as long as you cover those funky spots, you should be okay. And go back to where you laid it corner to corner and open it up and stretch it out. Now, this one's got a weird edge to it, right there. So I'm going to cut that little weird edge off just to make it nice. And that way it doesn't have any lumps or bumps under it. Go back to where your end is. Wrap all the way around once so that you can completely cover it. And then go back to diagonal. Now when Sweet Pea was little, her little feet just didn't grab right. Make sure you overlap it enough to keep it safe. And I have a trick for doing the end so you don't have a fray, a piece sticking out. This is a really crappy perch. Looks like got into woodworms got into it or something. But it's what I have and it's what I can use. Okay. Go all the way to the end. Now this one isn't going to go all the way to the end properly. But what you want to do is lay a finger in it, give it a stretch, and then tuck up under that edge a little bit. Let's see if we can get this to work. Take 2 fingers, put the little end between your fingers, hold it out, and pull it back. And that way you don't get an icky edge. Of course, when you're trying to do it on camera, it doesn't want to work that way, but why should any other day be different? I don't have the right tool with me, and it's sticking on itself. And right now, I can't find the right tool. So I'm just going to wrap all the way to the end. Baby very rarely touches this. It just makes it a little more comfortable for his feet. So that's what you do to give them a little comfort for their feet. For a dowel rod. Now I also do this on his zigzag perch, and that needs to be redone also. All of his perches need to be redone. But just go along the edge and squish it really good with your hand. That way you don't have any little edges sticking up. Now it's complete. Now I can go put it back in his cage before he has a conniption fit. Thanks for watching. Bye.